Hi guys, I hope you're doing very well and welcome back to my channel. Today's topic is very special and it took me a long time to truly get an understanding of what it is. So now that I have an understanding, I would like to share it with you all. So, feminine energy, what it is, why every girl wants to be feminine, why every guy wants a feminine woman, what it's really about, I would like to make it clear to you all. This is as simple as it gets. Okay, so a feminine woman is a woman who is in touch with herself, and that's about it. You don't have to be somebody who likes to wear pink all the time. You don't have to be somebody who speaks very softly. You don't have to be somebody who is agreeable, like unnecessarily agreeable, too nice. You don't have to be any of these things. Feminine energy is actually just about being in touch with your own heart and your own feelings and honoring yourself no matter what happens. All right. And why this is so attractive is because it's extremely magnetic. The certainty you have in yourself, even when you're being messy, even when you're not being what society thinks you need to be, the certainty is a frequency of its own kind. And when you are operating in that frequency, everything matches you because you have no doubt. You own yourself. And when you have a frequency of absolute certainty, the universe has to basically come towards you and organize itself according to that frequency. We all know that, right? How does manifestation happen? It happens when you hold a certain thought and you persist in that thought. Basically, if you're on a date, if you're dating a guy, whatever it is, you have to absolutely be okay with expressing yourself. You know what ends up happening, and this is something that has happened with me a lot. When I am with someone I really like, I kind of lose touch with myself, and I start thinking, okay, what does he think, what does he want, is what I'm saying, is this like understanding it the right way? So basically I'm not really in my body, I'm not really like close to my heart, which is like what I need to do if I want to be feminine, right? I am always focused on the outside. I mean, I used to be, and I used to try to control, manage the outcome, fix things, and that is literally like, that's the energy of insecurity, to be honest. And that is not somebody who's confident in herself. And feminine energy is all about being confident in yourself and owning your own worth and being okay with losing anything that's not meant for you. You have such a strong understanding as a feminine woman that if you're not getting something that's not meant for you and you are holding yourself in the highest regard, you're honoring whatever your heart says in the highest regard, it would not matter if something is not coming your way, because you know that something else which is more aligned with where you are in your heart space is going to come to you, and it's going to work out. That's what's really stopping us from becoming feminine. Is like, when we are young, we have, obviously everybody has trauma, right? Even men have trauma, and that kind of leads them to be not in their divine masculine energy, which is a different video topic. Right now I'm talking about women. So what happens is that when we're growing up, there's so much conditioning happening. We are always subjected to something or the other. Also, like the school system, we are taught something that we might not resonate with, but we have to eat it up because we have to be a part of the society. And then we have relatives, especially in India, we have relatives, we have like so much societal expectation that, and obviously women at the end of the day, we love wanting to be loved, right? We want to be accepted. That's so important to us. And so we trade pieces of ourselves, right? We lose touch with ourselves. It's the same thing that happens when you really like a guy. You lose touch with yourself because you want to create that amazing relationship. You want to be taken care of, you want to be considered, you want to be loved by him. Similarly, same things might happen with your parents, right? They might not really get you, so you mold yourself and you contort yourself and you become somebody else so that your parents really see you and understand you. And you know, this very thing needs to be healed. And healed feminine energy is when manifestation happens like this. Anything you desire, not just a man, anything you desire, your life just becomes heaven. You know, you are in the present moment, you are fully alive, you're full of joy, and those are the frequencies of, like, you know, manifestation. Like, that's when it like happens like this, because feeling is a secret, and when you're feeling amazing, you draw amazing experiences into your life. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. In order to heal, in order to become feminine, you have to heal these things, these experiences that you've had, and not in a way where you're like being hard on yourself, you know, not in a way that you are like pushing yourself and rushing yourself into getting better. It's a process, and you need to allow yourself to have this process. You can't expect yourself to be perfect, and this is something that I have dealt with a lot. Like, I want things to be perfect instantly. Like, as soon as I have awareness about something, I want things to change, but that's not how it always happens. I mean, it can happen if you're like a very high level manifester and you have like insane amounts of self mastery, but also to reach that level of self mastery, there is a process. It could be small, it could be shorter for some people, but it all depends on you. I mean, you can do it if you want, but at the end of the day, you have to heal these faulty beliefs, these limiting beliefs, and this desire to be accepted by everybody else, because you need to know that you are the source. You are the one who creates everything. You are the one who basically decides what you deserve and what you don't deserve. Nobody outside of you decides that. And when you come into understanding that you are the one who decides, you are your caretaker, you take care of your inner child, you are the parent to your inner child, that's when everything shifts. That's when you come into feminine energy, and you're healed. And then if you're with a partner who's not really giving you what you want, you're not so focused on that. You're focused on how you feel, and you can communicate it to your partner maybe once or twice or three times, because a feminine energy women are very, very reasonable. They want to give the other person a chance, because they've healed themselves, they've given themselves so much, they treat themselves with so much love and care that they will also care for the other person the same way. So they are very reasonable because they're that way with themselves. So ultimately what happens is that when you get to a point when you are absolutely feminine, you become very, very magnetic, and that is what is required from relationships and women right now. You need to heal your feminine energy. Feminine energy at the end of the day is a feeling. It's not something that you can really put into words. It's not really something that you can it's not so tangible, but it's a feeling. Like sometimes you're around a woman who's very happy, and when she's really happy, she makes you happy too, and it's a feeling. You love being around that energy. It's like a very yummy energy, and it's very you love how free she is. And that's what happens when you heal yourself. You allow yourself to be free of any feelings of guilt, shame. You accept yourself the way you are. You think you're beautiful. You admire your own unique beauty, and that's what you truly deserve from yourself. Forget about, like, screw the world, screw men, screw anything else. Like, that's what you need. And I know right now it's extremely hard to operate like that, because the world is not very, we don't really, the world doesn't recognize feminine energy really. It's very, very focused on the masculine. It's like about results, it's about outward appearance. But feminine energy is literally the treasure that you as a woman can access. It's something that can be an oracle. 200-300 years ago, women used to who had like a lot of feminine energy were considered witches. And why was that? That was because they had this superpower. The universe used to bend to their will, and all of us have that. Even men have feminine energy, but they don't really pata nahi when that will happen, like when they will try to look at that. But men also have it. So if they're really smart, they will like look within and like enhance their feminine energy. Okay, I want to talk about one way that I have found out how I could do this. And I'm not going to tell you stuff like wear pink, or like just speak softly, or have like good manners. And yeah, I mean, sure, have good manners, but that everybody should have good manners. Even men should have good manners. It's not just that women who are feminine should have good manners. Like, it's just like basic human thing. Okay, so one way I can tell you how to heal these things is that you need to, you're not gonna like it, it's not very fun, but you're gonna have to sit with yourself. If you're feeling a negative feeling, you have to make the negative feeling okay, and you have to build a container inside of your own body to let the feeling arise. You need to absolutely stop all thoughts. You cannot have any thoughts. Thoughts are dysfunction. Thoughts are your system malfunctioning. Thoughts are not necessary. You have your higher self. Your higher self can dictate your entire life. Your higher self knows everything. So thoughts are purposeless. Next time when you start thinking thoughts, just know that first of all, you're not being feminine. Not that being feminine is like some goal you have to achieve, but you're not being feminine. You are not operating from your highest frequency, and it's just useless. Throw thoughts away. All right, whenever you get triggered, because of course we'll get triggered. We have been traumatized. We are raised in this society, and we have to be answerable to everybody. Next time when you have a negative thought, just let it arise within you. Let it take its time. And even if it takes 1 day, 2 days, just do whatever it takes to like love yourself. take care of yourself, allow yourself to have that. And as a parent would gently like let a child have their experience and reassure the child that it's okay, it's gonna pass, it's gonna be fine. Do that for yourself, do that. And that way, every trigger that you feel, every person who's ever triggered you becomes a gift. Because that way, as soon as the negative feeling and the negative charge with the feeling leaves your body, any thoughts that are causing overthinking in your brain will leave alongside them. And that is what inner work truly is. It's this simple. Just let it come, let it happen. Do not ever react, do not ever take action from a place of negative emotions bubbling up inside of you. You have to take an action from a calm place. If you just start doing this, take action from a calm place, not from a negatively charged or triggered place, that is going to make a whole lot of a difference in your life already. But if you want to heal completely, the world will wait. There is no urgency. There is no urgency to like, get something done, to get something from someone. There's no need to grip onto everything. Just like focus inward, heal yourself, clear up that space. And when you clear up that space, you make space for all the good in your life. All the negative shit is out already, right? Like when you heal yourself, the negative charge and the negative emotions leave. What's left is your essence, and your essence is infinite love. It is the most powerful thing ever. You can be as powerful as Elon Musk. He has the same essence. Like all of us, like there's nothing different. All right, we've got the same level of capability and divineness, godliness than anybody else. So when that is left, when just your divine essence is left, operate from that space. All right, and that's being feminine. When you are in that space, you are not going to be triggered. You are not going to take action which is not aligned with you. Now, this is easier said than done. Trust me, guys, this is easier said than done, because I felt like I was in that space until very recently. And then romantic relationships really trigger the shit out of you. And I was like, what the hell is happening? Why am I going back? Like, I thought I figured this out. So healing is not linear, but there's some things you need to keep inside and keep reminding of yourself over and over and over again. You have to practice it. Like, you have to build this muscle. And soon after, you will have, sure, I do get triggered still, but it doesn't, I don't collapse under that trigger. I can still keep going. So yeah, that is very important. I hope you got some value out of this video. And if you have any questions, and if you're watching till now, that means you liked it. So please like the video, and I'll see you guys soon. All right.